good, uh, good, how do you say that? Your dad is good. He's very good until now, you know. He doesn't smoke, he doesn't drink, he doesn't gamble.
He didn't do drugs?
Shh. No.
But
Yeah.
but is it okay if he does basketball if it's what he wants to do?
No, it's not okay to me. But then, what can I say? What can I do? You know, it's, he doesn't listen to me. So, but your dad is so nice, even until now. You play basketball. No, cut that.
I will. I'll cut it.
No, because
You keep talking.
you know my mouth is not, when I speak.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I have, they just pull my teeth.
Yeah.
So anyway, what are you, I don't know what to say.
Why didn't you like him playing basketball?
Because I don't want him to get hurt. And it's already, but you know, he's hard-headed. He doesn't listen to me, you know. And it happened, right, one time. He got hurt, remember?
Yeah.
And then, that's what I don't like. I always remind him not to play basketball.
Oh, you want to talk about the Pomeroy Center? Hey, that's the best of the best, the cream of the crop of hoops. You know that, right? That's what happens on Tuesday nights. It's intense competition. And it only got worse probably 15 years ago or so. This guy walks in, right? Check it out. He walks in with these big old ankle braces, goggles, and the guy's name is Arnel or something like that. And, you know, I was like, this guy don't belong here. I'm gonna own him. He's gonna be my boy. So, you know, I roughed him up for a few rounds and all of that and felt good about it. But soon enough, he got his footing around there and he starts, man, he's doing like the shimmy, the shake and bake, the rope-a-dope. I mean, he's breaking ankles out there. I know he's got this move. It's like the Cabbage Patch or something. And it's like the Matrix. It just freezes everybody and he just gets to the hoop and does a layup. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I haven't figured it out after all these years. But the guy's legit. I mean, he's a baller and he kicks some ass. It's a clinic out there. It's rough. And, you know, he's just a tough dude that you want to hate, but you can't hate him because he's like Captain Clay with a boat. Nice as can be, smiling all the time, super guy. You can't hate him. So what do? I don't know. I mean, this guy, when he retires from the Pomeroy Center, his jersey is going to be hung up there high on the rafters, okay? I mean, he's a legend. That's it. That's what happens at the Pomeroy Center. You go there and you see Arnel.
So yeah, this is about 5 or 6 years down the line now. I'm coming into my prime and I'm coming into my shoes and everything. I mean, he was only about 5'10" if I'm remembering correctly, and that's being nice. That's being nice. But his ability to beat Father Time was actually wild to watch and even crazier to play against. Like, he stayed a fierce competitor, man. Like, he was schooling the young bucks, still schooling me. You know, I got my licks in, but he was the man. He was the myth. He's a legend. This is his retirement party, man. Like, he deserves everything he's about to get. Like, he was still schooling us at the age of 50. 50 in the league? Are you crazy? I mean, you know, you're getting up there, but he can still ball. You know, every night on the court, you knew it was going to be something special. It was going to be something special. So my first little story about Arnel Magat has to have been my first game when I entered the league and played against him. Not my first game, but, you know, the first game playing against him. Listen to when I tell you, that man had grown man strength. I was green, still entering the league, you know, I was young. But man, he put it on me that first game. I think he must have had like 28 and 15 rebounds or something like that. Man, he put it on me. And that was when I realized, the NBA is that next level, that next step up. But Arnel, Magat himself, like, we all know who that is. Like, he put in the time, he put in the work. But that's my first story is when I first got in the league, I was green, I was young. He brought me right into the paint, man. Posted me up, pushed me down low, and told me, I'm going to catch the ball right here. This is my play. I'm going to catch it right here. I'm going to post you up. I'm going to one and then fade, look you dead in your eye. And he did just that, man. He was that good. And that was a big moment in my career where my eyes wide open. Like, this is a different level. The clock was also winding down. He just got it off in time. I knew it was coming. He still got it. Man, I did my best to stop him that night, but there's no stopping that, man. The best you can do is just slow him down just a little bit because he's got it going. He's got the moves. It may not be the fanciest moves, but it's moves to get the bucket. Yeah, there's only slowing him down. I asked after that game, though, like, how does he strength train? Like, what does he do after games? What does he do every day to get his strength up, to keep that strength, but also stay lean? And, he told me, this is something I'll never forget. He told me he does 100 push-ups every day. And that's one of the times, like, my life changed a little bit. I took that, and I'm keeping up to that. Hey, what's up, guys? Everybody at the studio. Sorry I'm in my car. I'm on the move doing big things, but I had to get this interview in for this man, Arnel Magat. Man, this is a true story of coming from your idols to your rivals. I remember watching him from the stands and analyzing his fundamental game. I grew up watching the guys like on the Spurs, Tim Duncan, Manu, and Arnel Magat. Even though he wasn't on the Spurs, he played like he was on the Spurs. He had a very fundamental game. I grew up watching him. He had that pump fake and that jab step move down to perfection. He always had his defenders off balanced and guessing. Man, there's a lot to talk about with Arnel. Yeah, when we played against each other, it was always like me and my three-point shot versus his mid-range and playmaking abilities. He would always send his teammates, directing them where to go and cut to the basket, facilitating the ball all around. You never knew what he was going to do, who he was going to pass it to. That man, he was real good. But something I admired about him a lot was he always made his teammates better on and off the court. And that's very admirable. And he was a big influence on me during my time in the league. He still is. His back to the basket game, it was real smooth. Unstoppable at times. When he got hot, he was on fire. Like, good luck. It's even to the point where me and my teammate Eddie, man, we would come at him hot. I would be yelling, double team, come bring him over, trap him, and he still wouldn't even pass the ball up. Sometimes he would go up and score. Sometimes, he made the slick pass. He made the right plays. And, he was real good at doing that. Today is his day. So, yeah, I could go on forever and talk about this man forever. He's a beast. He's a cool dude. He's a cat. He's a killer. He's a smooth criminal. But at the end of the day, today is his day. So I won't get into my victories over him because I did get my licks in. It was a competitive rivalry, but it's his day, so I'm going to give it to him. But I want to say, like, this is a player and a man I will always try and model my game after on and off the court. And I want to reiterate that, on and off the court, as he's truly one of a kind. So congratulations on retirement, champ. It's a sad day when a legend retires. I'm happy I won't have to see you on the court anymore, but it's always a sad day when a legend retires, and your jersey will forever live in the rafters up above. People will remember that name. So congratulations, champ. Tito Arnel, congrats on retirement. I love you.
Hi, Arnel. It's Chris Mullen. Congratulations on your retirement. I was recently in Springfield, Massachusetts at Tim Hardaway's Hall of Fame induction. And when you retire, you find yourself sitting around talking about the old times, some of the great players that we played against, some of the great teams we played against. So Tim, Mitch, and myself find ourselves talking about Karl Malone, John Stockton with those great Utah Jazz teams, of course, the great Laker teams with Magic Johnson, the Phoenix Suns with Kevin Johnson and Tom Chambers. But there's this one local San Francisco team that Tim, Mitch, and myself kept talking about, and that's the San Francisco Pomeroys. What a tough matchup they were. They had a fluid offense, aggressive defense, but the thing that made the Pomeroys so tough was this little 5'10" point guard named Arnel. And like Tim Hardaway, had a beautiful mid-range jump shot, had a nice post-up game for a point guard, nice back-to-the-basket game. And even though he's only 5'10", he's a really good athlete. Played with style, good-looking young man, tough player. So the San Francisco Pomeroys made their impact in the Bay Area. Arnel, enjoy retirement. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you at a Warrior game soon. Be well, my friend.